Eclipses are my Super Bowl. You have a 2 week period where the energy is really intense, and whatever happens within those 2 weeks changes and redirects your life and the course that you're going in for the next 2 years to maybe even 20 plus years. And guess what? We currently are in that 2 week period where we have just had the full moon eclipse in Virgo. So what does this mean for the collective? Eclipses are karmic and they are destiny points. The nodes are recognized through many professions, especially as being knots or nodes of time. It is said that two waves come together and they almost form a portal into a new reality. And this is how we get our definitions of new realities coming into our lives during eclipses. It's the no turning back zone. There's no way for you to undo or go through a portal. Now, in this particular full moon in Virgo, we almost have a little bit of a bucket going on where the moon is going to be opposing the sun, Saturn, the north node, and a few other planets. You can check it out here. Now, this opposition in Pisces and Virgo is a reality check. The way you are doing things, Virgo, the way you are sustaining your life may not be in alignment with your dreams and your goals. And how much of your dreams are you holding back from because of fear, because of a perceived limitation? So this is where Saturn comes in, bringing in the really tough lessons that are not ignorable. Saturn's lessons are not something that you could just quiet away. They will be in your face. And so that is what creates the daunting heaviness around what you may be feeling right now. Now, the planet of chaos is making its voice heard in this eclipse. Uranus is making a strong aspect to both the moon and the sun. And the message here is a shattering of reality, of perspectives. Uranus is providing high frequency codes into all of us, sharing to us how we can update our software. And this software has to do with our everyday life. What are you consciously not allowing yourself to see and creating limitations around how you live? So this is breaking the paradigms of what is possible in your everyday life. Now, for people who are open to change and open to the natural evolution, will not resist this, and they'll actually be excited about a new solution coming into their lives. Now, for people who are not so open and who are more closed up, this would be a scary thing, because if you're not ready, you're never going to be ready, and Uranus will force change. So now Uranus is actually asking you the question, how can you update your everyday life with modern day tools to simplify the way you are doing things? This is how you're going to get into your dreams and your goals and your manifestations faster and more aligned with the times that we are in. Hello, age of Aquarius. Now, my job is to help you not be afraid of Saturn. And this is how I see his role in this eclipse ultimately. He is providing a promise to us of any changes you do. If you stick with them and you do them consistently, they will last a long time. Simplify, refine, and commit, and these qualities will get you to the next milestone. Remember that Saturnian blessings and Saturnian gifts are timeless. You get to take these into your next lifetime. That's why they're hard to earn. You don't just get things from Saturn. You have to put in the work. And so the message of this eclipse is, if you are willing to do the changes, you will come into success so long as you do the work. Now, the biggest message that I want to say is that your best friend, and maybe even sometimes your worst enemy, is your nervous system. And Virgo rules over the physical body, the digestion system, and the nervous system. So if there is going to be something that keeps you away from your goal, it's going to be how you feel about it. And if your nervous system recognizes $1 million, a humongous house, success, fame, and career, if it recognizes all of these things as dangerous, it will not let you get there. So use this eclipse to clear out your digestive system and your nervous system and bring equalization and a sense of harmony and safety around the things that you want. Because if you don't do this, essentially your nervous system always takes you back to a place of security, which is where you are today. So if you feel safe with $100 in your bank account, that's what your nervous system will manifest for you. If you feel safe with $1 million in your bank account, that's what your nervous system is going to ensure for you. You hear me? Your nervous system is attached to the chakra systems, which attach all the way back to the planets. It is your sense of essence and where your aura field comes out of. It's a big deal. So use this eclipse to rearrange, reorganize anything that needs to be tweaked. All right, now the signs that are most affected by this eclipse. Are you ready? Number one sign that is affected is going to be Virgo. This is going to obviously happen in your home sign. So there's a lot of spotlight being put on your routines and perfectionism and how you essentially carry yourself in life. The eclipse is saying something does need to change, and how open are you to doing those changes? It behooves you to release this old version of yourself so you can realign to who you are becoming over the next 2 years. The second sign is actually going to be Aries, specifically Aries risings. This eclipse is sitting in your 6th house, so it's more real for you. You're like literally looking around the things that are not working. So it's a more practical eclipse for you. You got to clean up your house. You got to bring structure. You got to update all your systems and start taking care of your body. It's non-negotiable. You've done enough. You've had enough fun. Get organized. Now, the last sign is going to also surprise you, but I am going to say it is Sagittarius. Sagittarians, you're caught in the middle. You are being squared dead on by the sun in Pisces and the moon in Virgo. And that's uncomfortable. And the reason I chose you and not Gemini is because you have a personal relationship with Pisces. Pisces is like your big sister. The only difference between the two of you is that Pisces is quiet and loyal, and you ask more questions. Now, during this eclipse, you're not able to ask the questions and be direct. You have to move through the nebulous energy that Pisces is providing. And so that leads you to feel out of control. So this eclipse is testing you and testing your sense of faith and where you limit yourself, where there is usually a boundary or a control system that you have put up. So this one is huge in you being able to release and let go and realign and trust. If you want to know how this eclipse cycle is going to affect you, private readings are available on my website.